A little more entertainment news. Tom Hanks revealed yesterday, he was on with Colbert, that now Toy Story 5 is coming out. It's too many.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're making Toy Story 5 now as we speak.
For the Christmas release or next year?
I think it's next year.
Okay.
I think it's too many. In fact, they should have ended at 3.
I'll alert Disney.
Okay. They should. This is Disney related as well. They should have ended at 3. Toy Story 3 was a perfect ending. The kid had grown up. He was going off to college. He had to give the toys away to a new girl. I'm still crying. Okay. I am still crying over that movie. 4 was good. It was fun, but unnecessary. And that one had an ending as well. There's like, okay, it's over. Well, now they're coming back with Toy Story 5.
Well, kids still play with toys.
I mean, you could make them indefinitely, but
kids love those characters.
Yeah, the characters are great, but I just feel like they had wrapped it up so beautifully after 3. I'm crying over 3.
I remember you seeing it and crying. Our friend, whether Dave coming in, he cried, which says a lot because that man, I don't know when he's ever cried.
Never cries. The toys were almost incinerated in part 3. That's where a lot of people cry. I cried when then the boy who's now going off to college gave his toys to a younger child. Oh, God, it was beautiful. Even thinking about it now. Anyway, Hanks says that when they did the first movie, they shot way more material. They were like halfway through the movie, and the producer's director came and said, not working. We have to start over. That they didn't like what they had done the first time around.
Tim Allen and I and everybody involved in it, we recorded a Toy Story movie for about 80 minutes of it that was completely thrown out.
Different story?
Yeah, it was everything because the people who were running the studio, not Pixar, said, look, it's a cartoon. Let's make them wisecracky, insult each other and come up with goofy things. It didn't work. It wasn't Toy Story. It wasn't what Pixar was going for. So we got one of those calls from John Lasseter. John called up and he said, hey, listen, we've looked at it and it's just not working. And we would like to start all over from scratch.
How long had you been working?
We had been working on it for about 2 years. I will say about 2 years.
Wow.
So then we began the process all over again, which is about a 2.5 to 3 year process.
And there's going to be another.
There's going to be a 5th Toy Story movie.
Fantastic.
I wasn't cheering.
Harumph.
I would have held up a sign saying you should have stopped after 3.
It was wrapped up nicely.
It was wrapped up nicely at
Term
3.
limits on Toy Story.
I would have said part 3 should have been the ending.
Said the man who watched Friday the 13th part 800.
But what do I always say? It got
goofy after 8.
4. After 4, it got goofy. Now, I'll never turn down a Friday the 13th. It's too good. Mm-mm. It's too much a part of my heart. But Toy Story
You're too close to that story.
Too close to it. But Toy Story was perfect after 3, and they should have ended it right there. I would have been the one man standing in that studio audience saying, no, do not make a 5th.
Do you think the wisecracking footage exists somewhere, or do they erase it?
I bet they got rid of it. Because that would be a totally different story.
Because you don't want to see the characters insulting one another.
Also, it takes 2 years to make 80 minutes of it. Because I'm sure they do the voice, but then putting the actions of at least at that time, making it perfect, had to take forever. And so they restarted everything. It's like how they started fresh on Back to the Future because they didn't like the original actor, Eric Stoltz.
Now you can find those clips online, which I've watched, and is very weird to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, watching Eric Stoltz say the lines that you know as Michael J. Fox.
Is he in the same wardrobe?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, they really did just switch out the actor and say I always feel bad for him because it's one of the times where they clearly are like, it's him.
Yeah.
It's not the story. It's not this. It's him.
Well, I've heard people like the director Zemeckis would say, well, he's a wonderful and talented comedic actor, but it just wasn't working on this. Well, it totally him.
The one quote I saw was that he brought too much dark energy.
You're right.
He has a different vibe.
Right.
I'm sure he could have done a fine job, but Fox, he brought his persona to it. You knew what you were going to get when you saw Michael J. Fox on TV, for the most part.
It was perfect. The way they did it was just absolutely perfect.
He had more, childish wonder, exasperation, comic chops, perhaps.
Yeah, I guess so, because they hired the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted him to do it the first time around, but he was too busy shooting Family Ties. Family Ties wouldn't let him out of it.
Yeah.
So the second time around, they were like,
"Oh, that's right. That's when you denied the use of cocaine."
I refuse to believe.
He worked 12 hours a day on Family Ties and then 12 hours a day on Back to the Future.
He slept 2 hours. He slept 2 hours. No, I won't believe
Yeah.
that. I'll never buy that.
I know you won't, but there's no way.
Of course you can do it. I mean, he's young. He's energetic. He
It was the 80s.
He was young. I'll never believe that. I'll never buy it. But then again, speaking of the 80s, yesterday you told me, and I didn't, you know how naive I am on things. I try not to react to this, but I watch a lot of 80s videos. I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it on Facebook.
Okay. So sometimes they'll say, hey, we're teenagers in the 80s. You want to come back? And I'm always like, yeah, I do want to come back.
Please take me back.
I mean, for 2 minutes, I just surround.
Climb into the station wagon. We're going to the mall.
Oh, my God. It is so wonderful. Hey, here we are at Taco Bell in 1986. Want to come? Yes. Yes.
Let me crawl into the screen.
Please.
So I've been watching these for about a month, and I love them. It's all these fresh-faced teens going, remember when
All
we had...
AI.
Okay.
Right?
Well, for a month, I've been thinking, how are they shooting this? Where are they shooting it? Who are these kids? Who are these actors?
Oh, my God.
Because it looks so 80s. And then yesterday you said, these are AI. And I had to squelch my surprise. What? AI? What?
Excuse me.
You don't even think that.
That's why you went running out of the room?
Yes.
You thought actors were portraying this.
Yes.
Oh, man, we are in trouble with you and AI.
I thought
Yeah, we're gonna.
I
we're gonna
thought
have
they
to-
got a bunch of actors who are teens and put them in 80s
Perfect
garb.
look.
Perfect
Perfectly
look.
shot and lit
I was thinking, how are they?
with steady cam.
Yes, and I was like, how are they at Kmart in a station wagon with all these old cars around them? And
What's the budget?
Oh, God.
Yes, I was like, this is just for Facebook. How are they doing this? Then yesterday you said, oh, it's all AI, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
AI?
I knew that.
They're not even real.
No,
These
of course
children
they're
aren't
not.
even real.
Why do I feel like we're gonna have to have some type of hard conversation with you at some point where we're like screaming at you? They're not real.
possible.
Yeah.
And you're like, they are real.
They were real to me. It's real to me, damn it. And there they were, and they're all.
You're too close to it.
I am.
Oh.
And they're like, we're taking a trip to the mall in 1984. Come on.
The way they beckon you into the shot.
And I really feel like I'm in the video. I feel like I'm surrounded by them.
I'm so glad you're married because if you weren't, I could see a situation where Chris Demm has to tell you that your online girlfriend isn't real.
Exactly. That's I hate to say it, Biggie, but that's where my mind went.
Yeah.
The way, like at the end of it, they're like, oh, the street lights are on. We're going home. The mom's calling and the lightning bugs are out on a summer evening. And then they'll say, they'll say, do you have to go back to 2025? And I'm like, I guess.
Click.
Prove to me they're not real.
It's so deflating.
They have 7 fingers on one hand.
It's so deflating. When I come back to 2025, I'm just like, oh, God, why am I here? What am I doing here?
Click your heels like Dorothy in The Wizard of
Yes.
Oz, just in case.
Yes. Why did she want to go back? The Oz was great.
Yeah,
What's she
yeah.
trying to get back to Kansas for? So they're doing this. See if you think this will work. The new voice for certain parts of the New York City subway, none other than Cardi B.
Oh, no.
Bitch!
Cardi B.
You missed your train.
Bitch.
Bitch!
She's barely understandable in
Right.
English.
Yeah.
Right. They made the announcement.
This is a city of multiple languages.
That's right. Cardi B will be a part of the New York City subway system. She's from the Bronx, newest voice of the MTA, recording a series of public service messages now playing across many stations and inside trains. Riders will hear her delivering her announcements in her signature style with humor and sass.
Oh, I'm sure.
They think maybe people will pay attention
Bitch!
when she gets on there.
Yeah, you left your jacket.
That's right. Remember last we
That
heard...
guy's going to rob you.
The last we heard from her, she had lost her butt crack ring and had
Was
explained
that summer crisis or springtime?
middle of the summer.
So let me tell you something terrible that happened to me. So as y'all know, I got my butt crack pierced. And no kizzy, I have a $13,000 Maria Tosh piercing in my butt crack. Guess what? I lost it. I was washing my ass and I realized that I don't have it. So I'm like, I really think I flushed the bitch down the toilet. 13,000. I'm like, I'm just so like, life can Like, somebody's putting juju on me. Word of my mother. Like, the past 2 days have been like Maria Tosh, like, if you hear this, like, I lost my like, please give me a discount.
Oh, the poor thing. It's a $13,000 butt crack ring.
Do you think the jeweler has heard it and replaced her butt crack ring?
I would hope not.
That's a while back. That was a few months ago that she did that.
That's when you know you have too much money.
$13,000 butt crack ring.
When you can, when that's what you're investing in.
But she's now maybe getting a little more money because the city of New York has hired her to be the voice.
Maybe that's why she's scraping together the money to get the new butt crack ring.
Perhaps, maybe.
Yeah, imagine being a, air traffic controller riding the subway on your way to work, and that's the voice you hear, and you remember that she recently lost a $13,000 butt crack ring as you're not being paid.
We haven't heard from any plumbers who've discovered this ring, have we?
Not yet.
I would have been in those pipes.
Big time.
Not to return it, but to keep it.
Keep that $13,000. That's right.
Christmas is around the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Some people are hard to shop for, but sometimes you know what they want.
Correct.
Yeah.
She's putting out the feelers right now.
I know a jewelry store Stefan Diggs can go to.
They're saying that she is one of the most recognizable voices in New York, and that's why they're using her for the subway system. They think people will pay attention to her.
All right.
I told you about my friend the DJ who was hired for the Atlanta airport voiceover system. This was in the 80s or 90s. And people stopped paying attention because he was the DJ. So they went back to a robotic system where it was, next.
Nobody pays attention to radio.
It's true then as it is now.
That hurts.
Can't tell you how many times I give the forecast, and then Biggie says, "What's the forecast?"
Yeah.
This weekend.